for the bar.
What's going on, No DQ Galaxy? We are the Team NDDQ. I'm your girl, Cindy G here. I'm here with the simple man, Noah Foster, and for his Team NDDQ debut, you may see him on the last NXT Party episode. That's Mark's review for you. And today's video, this is going to be the prediction video for AEW Presents Full Gear, which is going to be taking place this Saturday in Baltimore, Maryland. Now, unfortunately, y'all, I won't be able to watch it live because I'm going to be going to New Japan Pro Wrestling Presents Showdown in San Jose on the same night. But hopefully the prediction video may be up by the time of the recording of the videos. Who knows? If not, I'll probably do a live Instagram prediction video on the NoDQ.com Instagram page. But with that being said, so we got 8 matches right here, and it's a very stacked card. So before we get into the matchup, Mark, how do you feel about this pay-per-view?
I am so excited. I will say from the gate that I'm actually going to be there live. So I think it's closer to the top, but it wouldn't matter if I was on the roof. As long as I'm there, it doesn't even matter. I've been looking forward to this. I think I've had my tickets now almost 6 weeks now. So like, I can't believe that it's like tomorrow's the last full day I have to get through where I don't have to wake up and I'm able to say that I'm going to Full Gear. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's very awesome. I hope you'll have a great time seeing everything and a lot of like pictures and all that too. Noah, how do you feel about this pay-per-view? Especially we have like another pay-per-view, of course, on the same night.
Ah, jeez. You already know New Japan Pro Wrestling is my #1, but this is freaking AEW's first pay-per-view since being televised. They killed it with a go-home, and then post-go-home, they gave you more to bring you more involved into the matches and who's in them. I could not be more excited for this AEW Full Gear pay-per-view. This is a stacked card, and I'm just ready to discuss this, and really, I'm just ready for the show.
Indeed. Now, even though I'll be missing it live, I'll be watching the next day. I'm very looking forward to this pay-per-view. 8 matches, very stacked card, great build-up, even though there's some that I'm kind of a bit questioned about, but we're going to get into it, which we're going to talk about it right now, which first up we have is the buy-in pre-show, which is a singles match between Bea Priestley versus Dr. Britt Baker, D&D. Let's go ahead and start up with you. Noah, who are your picks?
To think, this goes all the way back to Fight for the Fallen, when they were in also a buy-in match, but it was a tag match. And apparently, Bea Priestley legitimately injured Britt Baker. Now, according to Will Ospreay, he and Adam Cole, baby, they were cool. Ladies, not so much. You look at the go-home promo from AEW Dark, which I do watch every week, and Britt Baker said, point out, I'm going to kick this bitch's ass, and I'm going to hurt you. She's out for vengeance. But this is the top Ganjin of Stardom, who just dropped the World of Stardom title, Bea Priestley. Both women, they definitely can use the victory, and Britt Baker recently coming off an AEW Women's Championship match. But I sense something's going to go down here, and Bea Priestley is going to be the winner. Bea Priestley is my pick.
Excellent. Now, when I found out about this match is going to be on the buy-in pre-show, I was not happy about it. Let alone the fact that, and I'm going to be brutally honest, as much as you know me, and I love AEW, but the women's division needs some more improvement too.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about the women's championship match in a moment, but like the whole division itself, they need to improve a lot when it comes to building notable stars. The question is, will they sign more women stars? Absolutely. If you could sign like maybe 3 or 4 more, then we're going to have like a stacked women's division whatsoever. There is more room to improve, but with that, it should have been in the main card because that's how their feud began at Fyter Fest. I mean, come on now. Well, technically at Double or Nothing, but you know, whatever. But that being said, Britt Baker's win-loss record is 4-2, and Bea Priestley's win-loss record is 1-2. I mean, we'll see their feud again on televised TV, or this is it. But for my pick, because she needed the win and just to make it even for her win-loss record, I'm going with Bea Priestley. Mark?
For those that don't know, real quick, wins and losses matter in AEW, and they do have an international type flavor to the women's division. But you're right. If they could get people like Mercedes Martinez, for example, or especially Tessa Blanchard, that's how you do it. But at least they're trying with all the showcases of the women AEW Dark.
Exactly. Now, Mark, who do you got?
Not to piggyback off what you said, but the women's division definitely does need a little bit of an improvement. I went back and forth on this. I really don't know exactly who I was going to go with. I thought I was going to lean towards Britt Baker. We know how much AEW is behind Britt Baker. They're putting a lot, they're investing a lot into Britt Baker. But I feel like they're going to be the same with Bea Priestley as well. I think I might be the lone wolf on this. I think I'm going to go with Britt Baker. I do.
All righty. So we got 2 for Bea, 1 for Britt Baker.
And the rest of TeamNoDQ for their predictions in as well. Shout out to Chris Cass, Chris Mace, Christopher Lewis, and James Hubert. They're on assignment. Just kidding. They're all doing their own thing. Some trying to fix their home network, some at work, some just tired. All the best to you, my brothers. Chris Cass said Baker. James Hubert said Bea. Chris Mace said Bea. Chris Willis says Bea. So, Mark, you are not the only one behind Britt Baker. There is someone else with you.
I will say this. After the promo Baker gave, that was the best promo I've ever seen her. I'm invested in her character much more now since then. That might even sway my decision a little bit more. I think the comment with ripping the jaw off her face, it really got me. It sold me. So I went with Baker.
All righty. And yeah, definitely. I mean, her promo is pretty outstanding. I mean, I do like her lockjaw finisher, which is kind of like an innovative mandible claw. But we're going to see how it's going to turn out. But hopefully this match may be a bit longer, even though it's just going to be like counteracting with like the same paper that's going to happen at night. But I know it's going to be in a different time. But
I mean, the women's matches are going, it seems like 10 minutes. They're giving these women like 15 to 20 minutes, whether tag or singles. And the records are defined by trios, tags, and singles. So, and yeah, I mean, she even brought out medical terminology with what sort of nerve she touches that causes you instant freaking pain. That explains the fact she can rip your jaw out. So I like the fact that they're defining her character through her profession as well. I think it's to her strength.
Exactly. I mean, you have is the dentist, and then you have is the top Ganji as well. Yeah. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the main card here, gentlemen. So first off, for the opening of the match, I believe maybe going to be a singles match between that bad boy, Joey Janela, versus the chairman himself, Sean Spear, with his advisor, Tully Blanchard. Now, Joey Janela, his win-loss record is 2-3, as well as Sean Spear, 3-2. So what went down is that earlier before like the show started, I believe they did show on AEW Dark. Forgive me, I'm trying to catch up with AEW Dark. I know that there was a rift between Janela and Spear did attack Janela, and Tully did give him some assistance to it as well. And if you guys saw on the last episode of AEW Dynamite, you saw that Janela did attack Sean Spear after Sean did defeated Brandon Cutler. So pretty much this is going to be a pretty interesting match, but I'm going to go with my pick. As much as I want Sean Spears to win, and I did meet him twice, and I'm going to see him again next Friday, I don't think he's going to win the match. Therefore, I'm going with, of course, another wrestler that I met 2 years ago, the bad boy, Joey Janela. And, of course, some people are not fond of Joey Janela, but who cares? He's a cool guy. Anyway, Mark, who do you got?
I always try to think about what's the best direction creatively. Who are they going to get behind? What's the next move after this? I think they've invested a lot in Spears. I was really surprised they went to he lost to Cody. I think they with the additional of adding Tully Blanchard, I think they're behind Spears a lot more than they are Janela. I'm not saying Janela can't win, but I think Spears ultimately is going to get the win overall. So I'm going to go with Spears.
Alrighty. Noah, who do you got?
The chairman and his manager, one of the legendary Four Horsemen, Tully Blanchard. They've had a mixed run, and Joey Janela has been showcased in both hardcore, but they also try to show that he can wrestle, especially against the likes of Kenny Omega. And this feud is being brought on from an angle in AEW Dark, where it sounds like they're trying to literally yank the tongue out of his mouth. Hence, smoking is bad for you. This could go either way. The records are pretty close, but someone within says that Sean Spears, who especially now is sporting a shirt that says "No more garbage wrestling," I think that Sean Spears is going to pick up the win here with a Death Valley driver. Spears, the chairman's my pick.
Alrighty, so you guys went with Spears. I went with Janela. What did the rest of the guys say about this match?
They all went perfect 10. They all said Sean Spears right down the line.
Okay.
Wow.
Announce.
Well, we'll see what's going on, but who knows? This is it for Joey Janela. Maybe he's going to pick up a victory for his first win on a pay-per-view. So
Exactly.
that's what I'm going to go for. Like Noah did said, win-loss record does matter.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't sleep on a bad boy, that's for sure.
I'm not. But you also can't count out the wild factor, Tully Blanchard, and that chair.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. We're going to see some pretty much of a brutal chair spot. I mean, you know how Janela is. But the question is, will Sean Spears can handle the ruthlessness? Maybe. We'll see. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on to the next match, which is the three-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship match, which you have is the current champ, SCU, Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky versus the Lucha Bro, Phoenix and Penta Cero Miedo versus Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. And we decided for this tiebreaker for this prediction is who will pick up the victory for the team, not team, but like, you know what I'm saying, and who will take the fall. Mark, who do you got?
I think this might surprise you. I think I'm gonna go with the Lucha Brothers, honestly, and I think everybody's gonna say SCU because I think that they're gonna say that they need to hold the titles a little bit longer. But I think Phoenix is gonna end up taking the pin. I think he'll take the pin on what's his name, Mark Quinn. Isn't his name for Private Party? Mark Quinn.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's the one with
I think.
voice.
I think Phoenix, he'll get the pin on Mark Quinn, and I think Lucha Brothers will be the tag team champions.
Okay. Noah, who do you got?
I'm still shocked SCU became the inaugural champs, not only because of the fact they took out Christopher Daniels, which totally changed the dynamic of the team, but also the fact that they are coaches for like executive vice presidents of the tag team division of the company. With that being said, House of Glory is no strangers to what Lucha Brothers and Private Party are capable of. It's the reason I invested in Private Party to become the inaugural champs to begin with. And it still kind of annoys me that they didn't win. But I like the fact they treat us like a tier system. You got the gold winners, the silver winners, and you have the bronze winners determined. Private Party taking the bronze. And I'm going to go wild and say Private Party takes the gold. Private Party is my pick to win over the Lucha Brothers, personally.
Okay, and who will pick up the victory and who will get the pin?
I think Isaiah Cassidy is going to pin Pentagon Jr. because I feel like the blood feud still relies there between SCU and the Lucha Brothers. Call it a wild circumstance, but something's got to go down to make this pay-per-view really make people go, holy shit. And I can say that because this pay-per-view is going to be TV-14, not PG-13.
Indeed. Now, I'm not going to read everybody's win-loss record because it's too much to handle for the tag team division. No, we're going to exclude like the tag team's win-loss record. So, anyway, SCU won the inaugural AEW tag team title last week against the Lucha Brothers. And I know there has been a lot of history going on ever since then, especially prior to the airing of AEW Dynamite. And with Private Party, they did win a triple threat tag team match against, I hate it going Jack Evans, I think, and Dark Orders.
Correct.
But besides, the tag team division is very stacked. Like, this is how the whole strong point of this division is for the company, too. This is better than what Night Raw or SmackDown has for all it matters. I'm just saying, though. But this is
Worth
watching.
Of brands.
Well, I'm just being honest, though. But with that being said, I don't think SCU is going to lose the title because they just won it last week, but held the title a little bit longer until they could drop the title. For that being said, SCU to retain the title, and I'll have Frankie Kazarian pinning Phoenix. I mean, history repeats itself between the feud with the Lucha Bros and SCU, so why not?
See how long the feud goes out. Because I feel like the SCU win was definitely a moment rather than a long-term thing. Because again, that was with TV time remaining. So you also had that constraint against them too.
That's right.
Right.
All right. What the guys?
Let's see. That gum y'all and your freaking California love. They all said SCU.
All right. Cool. And I guess like we'll just like talk about the tiebreaker on via social media instead of like, going,
Well, you just brought this forth because you want a decisive winner. I mean, so they got time.
All right. No problem. So Noah's going to keep it updated with the graph via social media. So make sure to follow him on Twitter, NoDQ.com/Noah. So he'll keep a post. He's in charge of all the predictions league graph, and he did a perfectly good job. Yeah, that's right.
I like Microsoft Excel. What can I say?
Alrighty. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next match here, which is going to be a singles match between Hangman Adam Page versus the Boster Pac. Go ahead, Noah.
Jeez. The bastard Pac coming into AEW with one thing on his mind, revenge. And he got it after low blowing Hangman Adam Page behind our Hebner's back and pinning him not only with a black arrow, but his submission hold, the Brutalizer. And then both Omega and Page, they got their comeuppance over Pac after a tag team match went awry. Now we're into the rubber match. And basically, one says they're going to do cowboy shit. The other one says, I'm going to make an example out of you. Who do I see winning this match, though? That is the question. Keeping it simple, I am just going to say he's going to buckshot his head off. I am going with Hangman Adam Page.
All right, so before I go into that, let me go ahead and take a sip of a freshly squeezed orange juice in honor of Orange Cassidy.
This is brought to you by Rick and Morty as well.
That's why I'm sponsoring this show. Well, I wish they could sponsor for No DQ, but who knows? New season this Sunday, y'all. But I digress. Anyway. Anyway, so Hangman Page's win-loss record is 4-4. Pac's win-loss record and a draw is 3-1-1. I'm really looking forward to this whole rubber match they're having ever since that whole first press conference that happened between Page and Pac. And then with like all the obstacles that has been going on regarding with the visa issues, injury, and et cetera, and et cetera. And we see that match before. But well, this is going to be one last time they're going to face off against each other. I believe so. But I'm going to go ahead with my pick. I mean, Hangman Page has like a win-loss record all tied up. But I'm actually going to go lean towards the Boster himself. And I bet this is going to be much more of like a pretty interesting, decent singles match with some cowboy shit going on. But I'm going with Pac. Anyway, Mark, who do you got? And
that was turned into a shirt, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm going to go with Pac, too. There's something going on with Page right now. Obviously, it's like they're teasing something. He's not sure of himself, that he's doubting himself. He had a skit where he had a dream where he was actually feuding with Kenny Omega. You guys seen that. I don't know what's going down, but I think there's going to be some type of Smoz finish. That's just me personally. But I think overall, I think Pac's going to get the win.
All righty. So we all with the Bastard. And who are the rest of the guys choose? Noah.
Chris Cass chose Pac. James Hubert chose Pac. Chris Mace chose Hangman. And Chris Willis chose the Hangman. We're all over the place.
Oh, Jesus. I really don't want to hear good brother Chris saying, Hangman's going to win in our long car ride to New Japan. Yeah. I'm just going to have to be ready or have the Roppongi 3K theme song ready. But I digress. Chris, love you. Bestie, you're awesome. Okay, but I digress. Anyway, y'all, so we're going to see how it's going to play it out. And yeah. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and move on to the next match, which is going to be the AEW Women's Championship match, which you have is the current champ, Riho versus Emi Sakura, a.k.a. the Freddie Mercury of AEW.
Exactly.
Yeah. Alrighty, now, Emi Sakurai's win-loss record is 2-2. Riho's win-loss record is 6-2. And like I said before, when I'm talking about the women's division, I honestly feel like they need to have the right champion. And when I found out Riho's the new champion, it was giving me some of the mixed feelings about it, because I thought a champion better be someone that is noteworthy. But I can understand with like the booking aspect of it, they wanted to introduce more of like the well-known Japanese wrestlers from different companies as well. Because I know Riho did wrestle at World Wrestling Stardom in the past, correct, Noah?
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I feel like, making her as a champion, especially bringing more of like well-known stars from World Wrestling Stardom, like Emi Sakura, Yuki Sakisaki, Jamie Hayter, of course, Bea Priestley, and so on and so forth. I just feel that, like, and plus World Wrestling Stardom just got purchased by a company, like, recently, though. But I don't think if it's going to be, like, a partnership with AEW, but who knows? I mean, it'll work. But with that being said, we're going to be seeing some of the Joshi-style wrestling going on. I think this is going to be one of those, a bit of a cool-down match, but it's going to be amazing for what these ladies bring to the table. Especially, I love Emi Sakura's Freddie Mercury cosplay, because you know me, I like listening to Queen, especially when she did the Rewo Raku, I don't know, like slam, whatever she called it. It needs some like inventive, like signature move, like from a Queen song. So I mean, yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna go with Riho to retain the title. I mean, she did one at the debut of AEW Dynamite, but I feel like there is more noteworthy opponent. Hell, Brandy Rose's promo of her and Awesome Kong. I mean, that would be pretty interesting to add it to a bit of a mix, but I doubt that's going to happen based on Riho's stature. But her match against Nyla Rose was decent, but not the best, not the worst, just decent. But, again, Riho to retain. Mark, who do you got?
This is one of the easier ones on the card. So, like, since it was so easy, I did a little bit of research. Actually, Riho faced Emi, I think, on Rio's final farewell match in Stardom, I think. I went back and I watched it. It was
wrestling, actually, but you are correct.
Oh, yeah. I think it was like a 25-minute match, and it was actually a really good match. So when we were talking earlier as far as the women's division needing to take this is a good chance for them to really showcase their talent, because this is actually took on a storyline of a student per se to teacher storyline. So I really think they can get in there and really work about a good 15-20 minute match, and it could be the sleeper of the night, but it could also very well possibly even steal the show. You never know. But honestly, overall, I don't see them taking the belt off Riho for at least another 6 months. They're going to build it up.
Agree, because like I said before, the women's division needs some improvement, and they still need to get more room to grow. Anyway, Noah, who you got?
First off, the rest of the team, it's all unanimous that Riho and I agree. This is a story of teacher and student. These two spent 13 years together. Riho has been wrestling for 13 years, and she's literally less than 100 pounds. She's the freaking AEW Women's Champion. I still don't believe that. In my opinion, I still back up Britt Baker becoming the champion. But I get what they're doing. I figure about the women's division, who they're signing, and Kenny Omega, of course, heavily influencing the division. He and Riho, of course, tagging together in a mixed gender match recently in Japan. And these two, Emi Sakura and Riho, they have shared victories and losses in tag bouts and in one-on-one competition. Emi Sakura going in here with the momentum from AEW Dynamite with an impressive roll-up for roll-up counter maneuver, trapping one of the legs, very similar to how Riho won the title over Nyla Rose. Y'all remember that match. With that being said, I don't see it coming off Riho. if it does come off Riho, it could be as soon as Homecoming, but I can see this still being on Riho all the way to the next pay-per-view for AEW Dynamite, whenever that may be, because this is the last pay-per-view of the year. I expect this to be a good match because I looked at her work at Couture Pro Wrestling and other promotions, and I trust what Kenny Omega's doing with the women's division. But still, sign Mercedes Martinez, or if you're going to bring more stardom people, bring in Momo Watabe.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, with that being said, we'll see how it's going to turn out. But I'm not expecting a longer match from them. I'm expecting like a good 12 to 13 minutes. Just
15
saying.
tops. 15 tops.
We'll see what's going on.
Yep.
Alrighty. With that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next match, which is going to be a tag team match between the Young Bucks versus, I really don't like their tag team, but I'm going to have to say it, Pride and Powerful.
Proud and Powerful.
Proud and Powerful. I don't like it either.
I don't like it. Okay, Santana and Ortiz. Let's call them the members of Inner Circle. How about that? I missed the name LAX. I mean, don't you agree, y'all? Comment down below. Alrighty. Mark, who do you got?
I think Bucks finally get their win here. I think they've passed up. They've let Private Party get their big win. They've let Lucha Brothers get their big win. I think this is their time. I think this is probably gonna be close to, if not the match of the night. I think there's gonna be but I think overall, I think the Young Bucks are finally going to put themselves first here, and I think they will start to establish themselves as being the best tag team in the world again. Because I mean, they've scouted most of these teams, and a lot of these teams are in the running to be the best tag team in the world. So I feel like this is going to be the match where Young Bucks really showcase themselves to being number one again. So,
pretty interesting. Alrighty, Noah, who do you got?
The rest of the crew, by the way, said Proud and Powerful. So it's just me and you, Cindy, and Mark right now. And right now, Mark, I agree with you. The Bucks already put over the Private Party, and they are also executive vice president of the company. But they're also the reason why you're seeing a lot of these tag teams and tag team wrestling being put at the forefront of this company in both the men's and women's divisions. You saw the promo from both teams. You saw the Young Bucks feeling unsure about themselves, seeing how they are out now to prove something, because they brought on these teams, but hey, some of them have beaten them. They bring in showcase matches on every AEW special show so far and pay-per-view. I feel like the Bucks is going to get the momentum against what's really the war here between the Elite and the Inner Circle. I think the Bucks are going to beat the Pit Bulls.
Alrighty. Well, looking at like the win-loss record for both tag teams, because they haven't had any singles competition yet, so Young Bucks 6-3 win-loss record, and Inner Circle 2-0 as well. I feel that when it comes to that match, I know there may be a little bit of shenanigans going on. Keep in mind, Jake Hager or Sammy Guevara might be involved in a tag match, like during. Doubt it. But I know this is going to be one of pretty much a show-stealing shows, especially this is going to be the first time we'll be actually seeing Santana and Ortiz showcasing as a tag team and against a very vulnerable tag team. But I'm going to go ahead with my pick. This is like a tough call to choose, but I'm looking at win-loss record here. I'm going with Santana and Ortiz for the win. So, yep, Inner Circle. I refuse to call what their tag team name is. I miss them calling LAX, so that's just me. Whatever.
I mean, the countdown kind of backed up why they are proud and why they're powerful and how the two words come off each other. So I can kind of get behind it, but you're right. They need something different.
Exactly. And plus, they need to stop saying, we the best, during the promo, like, we get it now, okay? Shoot.
They're wild pitbulls, Cindy. They got to proclaim they're the best. The best! The best! But I digress.
Exactly. Alrighty, Noah and Mark, ready for the next match? Because we got two more here. Next up is going to be the AEW World Championship match, which you have is the current champ, the GOAT himself, and the current Le Champion, Chris Jericho versus Cody. Oh my God, that promo! Whew.
I know it.
Take it away.
I know it.
Oh, me?
Yep.
Oh, geez. I mean, what can you say? You've seen the weeks, you've seen the video package, you've seen the promos, you've seen the war between the Elite and the freaking Inner Circle. Chris Jericho, La Champion, has been leading AEW, claiming everything has been done through him. You're welcome. And then Cody, the guy who has not really reached that pinnacle summit point, has literally put in everything. He's all or nothing in this match. He either wins or that's it. But, you gotta consider the fact that Jericho, he is actually really promoting the up-and-comers with this Inner Circle. And then Cody, he is proud of everything this company represents. It's clear that Cody and Jericho are leading the direction of this company together. So there's no doubt in my mind these two are going to put on a very interesting match. I do not see this going the full 60 minutes. There's no way in hell. Unless you have all the shenanigans possible between the Inner Circle and the Elite. As they said, they are going to go to war, and Cody says they will eat you alive. But I'm also looking at what could happen next. I have no idea who could challenge the champion, whether it's Cody or Jericho after this, because the closest one to have challenged them is Darby Allin, and he has faced both men and been defeated, technically. But I gotta keep it simple because I know I could rant about this all night. I could probably publish a biography video based on what I've seen over the weeks from AEW to Dynamite, the pay-per-views, and Countdown itself summed it up between the parody videos of both Cody and Jericho. And by the way, I feel like Jericho one's slightly better. With that being said, Virtue, this is for you also. I am choosing La Champion to retain by hook or by crook or by, if needed, judge's decision. Jericho retains.
Alrighty. Now, Cody's win-loss and draw record is 4-1-1. And Le Champion's win-loss record is just 6-0.
He's undefeated, by the way, too. Keep that in mind. But also, he's facing Tanahashi in New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom next year. Imagine him actually coming out with that title. Do I see that happening? No. But it doesn't mean he can't be the champ. And yes, I did consider that, too. But right now, something tells me they're going to keep it on Jericho.
Exactly, and besides, like, as AEW stated in the past, there is no working relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling whatsoever. I mean, they already have enough working relationship with AAA Wrestling and Oriental Wrestling Entertainment as well, and possibly with World Wrestling Stardom for all it matters. Like,
the Toe Pro move wrestling more so, because that's where Riho and Emi Sakura truly are from and hone their craft. But I get what you're saying.
Exactly. Now, with Cody, I mean, his promo was freaking phenomenal, but Chris Jericho's promo did not get out of the park, especially with a cameo from Virgil. Like, oh my god, that was like, I kind of laughed a little bit hard. But I like Jake Hager's promo where he like gave his 0 F's giving expression as like that kind of reminded me of whenever someone that I don't like say it, I was like, yeah, well, that's true. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway.
That was priceless.
Oh, yeah. I know that there was like a brawl going on at the end of the main event match at the last episode of AEW Dynamite. And I know it's like kind of like a whole warfare going on between the Inner Circle and the Elite as well. But with that being said, I know this is Cody's final chance that if he's going to win the title, he'll be the champ. If not, then he's not going to challenge the title. Honestly, it's not going to hurt Cody that if he lost, he's never going to compete for the AEW World Championship ever again. That's fine because he's a busy guy. He is the executive vice president, for crying out loud, y'all.
Vice president, yes.
Yes. So I'm going to go with my pick, my obvious pick, and I'm going with Le Champion himself, Chris Jericho, to retain a title. And I'll have him hold the title, whether or not if it's going to be a match right before his appearance for Wrestle Kingdom 14 or maybe after. Well,
I mean, AEW has a homecoming anniversary special right before Wrestle Kingdom. If you're going to take off La Champion, that would be the day to do it. But there's so many wild factors to consider this match. The Inner Circle, Dustin looking for revenge on Hager, Darby Allin, who has heat against Le Champion, MJF, who we still are wondering, when is he going to turn on Cody? Because you know for sure that is going to happen at some point. And it very well could happen this Saturday.
Exactly. And like I said, well, pretty much like with AEW, there's a little bit room for improvement, but they're still learning. Anyway, Mark,
Mark,
who do you got?
First off, I want to give Cody a round of applause because he almost had me with this one. He definitely almost had me. I think the whole basis when he did his classic promo, when he said that he hears the whispers, he's read the comments, he knows that everybody's looking at himself, booking himself in the match, being a VP, and everybody was rolling their eyes at that whole situation. There's no doubt in my mind he's seen something, but what he's seen was everybody assuming that the title was going to stay on Jericho. Everybody was assuming that they were not going to switch the title this soon. I mean, come on, Jericho is on everything right now. He's on TNT. Actually, I don't know if it's tonight or tomorrow night. Jericho is on everything with this title promotion-wise. So I think what he did see, though, was that being such one-sided, he wanted to add a stipulation to this match to even intrigue it even further. And he almost had me. The whole stipulation, as far as I will never challenge for it again, almost had me. And I went back and forth on this 3 or 4 times today. I mean, if you would have asked me a couple hours ago, I probably would have said Cody, but I've really looked into this. I don't see him taking it off Jericho. But like I said, round of applause to Cody. He almost had me. But Jericho wins it. He does retain the title at Full Gear.
So. Awesome. And Noah, what did the rest of the guys choose?
By the way, Jim Cornette, he basically praised, and this is Jim Cornette, by the way, people, one of the most critical people to AEW. He praised Cody Rhodes on basically delivering a recreation of the Hard Times speech straight from Dusty. And honestly, I saw the same thing as soon as he said millennial entitled bitches to the Carney succubus. That was brilliant. Anyway, everybody else was mixed. Chris Cass said La Champion. Chris Mace said La Champion. Chris Willis said La Champion. James Hubert said Cody.
Ooh, okay. All right. Pretty much everybody except for James then.
You obviously see something in this. I don't see it, but hey, we're proud to see if it actually happens, but I don't see it happening.
I think one of the main questions is, does MJF turn at Full Gear, yes or no?
That's the biggest question. And right now, I feel like they're going to hold it out a little longer because you got to remember, this is the last pay-per-view for AEW this year. So all other TV tapings and Dark, which has been playing into some of the TV stuff that we have in the pay-per-view match that we have between Tully and Sean, it's going to be playing towards whatever the next pay-per-view is. Anniversary is not a pay-per-view. It's just a special. So right now, I see MJF remaining completely Cody's friend.
Yeah, for now until the end of the year. But we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. At least I already picked Le Champion, so I don't want to hear good brother Chris like saying, see, this is why you don't bet against the GOAT. Just like I pick Hangman Page. I was like, please, I don't want to hear anymore. I picked Chris Jericho. There you go. But it's all good.
Yeah, Chris Willis thinks that MJF's going to turn. I still say not yet.
Well, we'll see. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and talk about a possible main event match, which of course, Mark, this is perfect. You know what I'm talking about, match, which is the non-section. That's right, non-section.
Well, all hell's gonna break loose.
Lights out match. That's right. You have is Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega. Wow. This is the match that I'm very looking forward to. And hopefully this is maybe the main event match, but who knows? It may be shuffling around of which is going to be the main event so far. But we feel that this is probably it. Now, Kenny Omega's win-loss record is 5-4. Jon Moxley win-loss and draw record is 1-1-1. And I know they've been feuding for quite a while now. And I know they were supposed to be having a match at All Out, I believe. But then again, Jon Moxley sustained a staph infection, I believe, on his shoulder or his arm or somewhere located. And he did not able to compete at All Out. But now there it is. They're going to go at it. Or we're going to see some brutal weaponry going on. And, you know, Kenny Omega, he did turn into the Cleaner, of course, his old gimmick from his Bullet Club days, though. And I'm very excited for that, too. And I know good brother Chris is going to say he's highly offended, though, which, you know, it's all good. It's for fun. for the match. But with that being said, it is a hard pick to choose from, but I'm like, all it matters for me is just a win-loss record. I know this match is going to steal the show. I think this is going to go a little longer before the time limit runs out. I'm going to go with Jon Moxley for the win. So, and we're probably going to see some more brutalness going on. Anyway, Mark, who do you got?
Let's see here. The Death Rider versus the Cleaner. This is actually the match I'm looking most forward to, and I'm intrigued on how they're going to do it. What is AEW going to do with this lights out non-sanctioned match? Are they going to even have it in the ring? Is it going to be in the back? Are they going to have the lights out? Are they going to have no commentators? I mean, what are they going to do? I have no idea how they're going to do this or what they're going to do. I think whoever wins this match is on a clear path to the title match. To get a title shot between whoever wins between the Cody and Jericho. And obviously I picked the Jericho. So I think I'm going to go with Moxley to win this because I think Mox will end up getting a title shot because of this, even though it's not sanctioned. So, but either way, I think it's going to put him in the right path. And I think it eventually end up being Moxley versus Jericho on a later date. But overall, I think Mox is going to get it. So.
All right. Noah, who do you got?
You thinking about the match that's being built for this show and how long and how much has been put into this build. This friggin' match has been built since AEW Double or Nothing. It's finally friggin' happening. Jon Moxley is not human. The dude has suffered everything. Mousetraps, chainsaws, barbed wires, tacks, glass, wood, steel, you name it. Kenny Omega, if he goes full cleaner, there's going to be 0 Fs to what he wants to do. And he even personally thanked Moxley for taking him to this dark place. Can't wait to meet him. And Moxley says, I'm not looking for the best. I'm looking for people to bring out the worst in me. What could possibly be the worst that we haven't seen yet for Jon Moxley? For those that have watched, like me, ZCW, for example. This match is going to be insane, and it makes sense that it ends the show because, again, AEW doesn't want a damn thing to do with it. It's unsanctioned, it's lights out. You would think that Moxley is pissed about this. I think he encourages this. And then Kenny Omega being like, you're going to chain wrestle me? No, you should be happy about this. I still don't truly know if Moxley gives 0 Fs or some Fs about the win-loss records in AEW, among others. But with that being said, this match right here, I think marks on to a point that this very well could set up La Champion's next challenger. Omega already had his crack against Jericho and lost, hence why Jericho became part of the championship match and eventually, of course, won the title. Moxley, though, he was due to face freaking Omega, and it didn't happen due to, staph infection. I'm just glad it's okay. But with that being said, thinking about the direction of the company, thinking about win-loss records, but this doesn't impact them, and honestly thinking about both these men's health, I am going to say if we get the cleaner Omega, not the best bout machine, but the cleaner Omega, and that barbed wire broom sweeps the skin off Moxley's back, that the cleaner is going to win. But if we don't get that, and I honestly don't think we're going to, I am personally saying right now that Jon Moxley is going to kick Omega's ass and win this match somehow.
Mm-hmm. All right. And what the rest of the guys pick?
They went straight down the middle. Chris Cass said Omega, James Hubert said Omega, Chris Mace said Moxley, and Chris Willis says Moxley.
Okay, cool. All right. So we are pretty much in the bag of this pick. We'll see how it's going to turn out, if it's going to be pretty brutal or probably not, but we'll see how it's going to turn out, and especially you, Mark, since you're going to be there live in person as well.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm on the NXT team, so I'm actually going to upload some videos and some pictures, so you'll definitely see the whole 9. So
awesome, and we're very looking forward to
it.
Yes.
And a new set. You're getting a friggin' new set. They're doing a brand new set for this pay-per-view.
Exactly. I actually look forward to that too, because I actually put up there because I wanted to find out if they were doing the same chandelier as they do for the the pay-per-views and the TNT. Yeah. And somebody put a message up. I guess Nick Jackson himself tweeted, said there will be a new set. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm wondering if it's going to be like some rotating gears when they come out. We'll see.
That's
though.
What I'm thinking.
That would be pretty badass. But again, I'm just going to look through on Twitter while waiting in line before the show starts for New Japan. But with that being said, everybody, that is it for the prediction video. Comment down below for your picks. Who do you think will win, lost? What do you think of AEW's booking and AEW in general? So please make sure to comment down below, like this video, share, subscribe, hit that notification button so you can get the information when the new video is going to be up from NoDQ.com as well. And with that being said, before we all go, we're going to go ahead and give our plugs. Mark, thank you so much for joining us on this very last minute. And especially you're going to be having a great time at Full Gear. Looking forward to it. Where can everybody can find you?
Either Mark's Reviews on YouTube, either Mark Griffith or Ashley Reynolds on Facebook, or Hunter Reynolds, either one, or Mark Griffith, either one. But definitely Mark's Reviews, like, subscribe. I just started. I only got a few subscribers, but I will get some content on there, especially starting with the Full Gear vlogs and all that stuff. So definitely.
Awesome. And Simple Man, take it away.
Cindy,
yeah,
it was always a pleasure. Mark, great debut to finally work with you. I look forward to doing more with you in the future. Folks, we are simple wrestling fans. Respect us and appreciate what we bring. Criticize us if you want. We don't give 0 S, but you ain't changing the way we feel. This is pro wrestling, and damn it, we're behind it. But with that being said, y'all want to know more about me? Know this. I'm just a simple man. And if you haven't figured it out by now, I am a lifelong fan of wrestling, and pro wrestling to a degree too. So if you want to talk to me, criticize me, question me, or just be a friend with me on anything wrestling, the 5 brands of WWE, including the main roster, NXT, yeah, I said it, New Japan Pro Wrestling, All Elite Wrestling, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, and various independent wrestling promotions and Japanese promotions, and support independent wrestling, folks. Follow me on Twitter, NoDQ.com/Noah takes to my Twitter page, or follow my still YouTube channel at youtube.com/user/NoahFawcett210. New content up there every week. I recently started a series called Impact Repack. I now review the Impact Wrestling every week. I hope to do more Japan Pro Wrestling content as the World Title League builds on, so stay tuned for some Stibble takes on that. And of course, the heart of my channel is, of course, my series 205 Live Match that reviews the Cruiserweight division, Then Now Forever, and the Purple Orange brand. There's also going to be Ring of Honor pay-per-view predictions coming up soon as well. And as always, I'd like to close. Support your wrestling house, big and small. Let's keep growing this incredible, diverse, unique, elite, unscripted, authentic wrestling community together. Simple as that.
Alrighty, and y'all know where you can find me, so you guys can follow me at NoDQ.com/Cindy. That'll take you directly to my Twitter page. And yes, I'm probably going to be live tweeting New Japan Pro Wrestling Showdown for night 1. I know it's going to be on the same night for AEW, but I think it's going to be a little bit in a different time, because I know they're going to start a little like during AEW or right after, who knows what's going on. So check it out, and also make sure to follow me on my Instagram page at simply_c_okay. I'm still doing the Road to Survivor Series photo art project on a daily basis, so that way everything, like I'm going to past shows from WWE, New Japan, and different independent wrestling show as well. And I have a YouTube channel at simply_c_okay where I posted vlogs of like different wrestling shows I've gone to, in a longer distance as well. And yes, I am definitely going to film a vlog for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Showdown as well. And do not forget, folks, go to NoDQ.com/merch. That's going to take you directly to the Teespring store, where you can find like every thing NoDQ, like stickers, mugs, hats, the t-shirt, Noah's t-shirt as well. And we still have some t-shirt from Pro Wrestling Tee, so type it in NoDQ.com and you can get the ladies a NoDQ t-shirt, or like my personal t-shirt, Jeff Meacham's t-shirt, Stephen Osborne, and everybody's NoDQ t-shirt that's still on Pro Wrestling Tees. Who knows? Maybe an update shirt that's going to go to the new store, maybe with the mug, who knows? But anyway, and do not forget, make sure to follow everything NoDQ.com related. We are still doing the 2019 NoDQ.com year-end award. Make sure to check it out on YouTube and on Instagram as well, NoDQ, DOTCOM as well. And do not forget, stay tuned for everything NoDQ related, for all the news regarding WWE, AEW, and other wrestling related news. Anyway, for the simple man, Noah Foster, for Mark's review. And this is your girl, Cindy G here. Hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Cheers, y'all.
Have a great night, folks, and enjoy All Elite Wrestling. I need to get more of the bubbly.
Enjoy Full Gear, baby.
All right. Take care.